Welcome to the next video on ACtR and Google Maps, ACtR 10B. This is focusing on carers. So this is where we left our map from last time. You can see all the schools on the map. Just before we move on, just show you that this is like any other Google map. You can move around it, you can zoom in and zoom out. If you get lost in the map, you can click scroll to center and it brings it back, putting your center right at the center of the map. Hide all gets rid of the dots. So what we're going to do now is we're going to have a look at the active carers. Just zoom in a couple of times so it's a little bit easier to look at, and we'll just have a look at one of the carers here. We've got, just hover over the dot, same as the schools, it shows you the name of the carer. If I left click the dot, it gives me a balloon. It tells me the address, the name of the carer, and also that it's 0.8 kilometers from Fruition Clayfield. I can click on the carer and this will go back into ACtR and we can have a look at their details. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change Joanne's address to show you what happens when this is done. Now I've changed Joanne's address to 400 Sandgate Road, Boondall, which is a different suburb. I've changed her address because she's moved houses. So let's have a look at the maps and see what happens. Now we can see that that dot on Alexander Road is still there. If I hover over it, it still says Joanne Blogs. And if I left click it, it brings up a balloon saying Joanne Blogs. It's got the new address in Boondall, but the dot is still in Clayfield. Now this occurs because when you create a new carer and you open up the map, ACtR finds the longitude and latitude from Google and applies the dot to that longitude and latitude. Once a carer has a longitude and latitude, then it doesn't get another one. So even though you've changed the address, it's still got the dot at the old longitude and latitude. So if you do change an address, so it's not for new carers, that'll be fine, but if you change the address of an existing carer, which won't happen very often, click check address. Could not be done, could not be resolved. I might just fix this up because it looks like garbage. Let's get rid of this. Let's check the address again. This address was resolved to Sandgate Road, Boondall. Notice how the 400 is missing, so there's something wrong with this address. The 400 wasn't recognized. Even so, Google does know the region that it's in, and it won't have a dot in exactly the right place, but it won't have a dot on Alexander Road anymore. So Joanne Blogs has been allocated a new longitude and latitude, which is a lot closer to where she lives than Clayfield and Ascot. So it's a good idea when you create a new address or a new carer to actually click that button called check address to see if Google can find it. Now Google was partially happy with it because it resolved to Sandgate Road, but Sandgate Road's about, I don't know, 20 kilometers long, so hopefully the dot will be in Boondall. If you change it to something it can't recognize, like a PO box, because that's the mailing address and that's the address you want there, if you click check address, Google won't be able to find the address. So it'll put a dot somewhere as best it can. So you just got to realize that if you have PO boxes or addresses that are incorrect, the dots won't be in the right place. If you change a carer's address, you'll have to click check address so that the new longitude and latitude are assigned to that carer and the dot is in the right spot. Okay, that's the end of the video.